Austin, Texas, the speedometer needle is closing in rapidly on 140 miles per hour even as we fly beneath pedestrian bridge around the back straight at circuit from the Americas, a track that provides ultra-high grip and horsepower Formula One race cars. Accelerating along the long directly from the tight turn 11 hairpin is surely an experience to relish. The good news is we're hard within the brakes with a 90-degree left that individuals were approaching at massive speed simply a moment ago. Like its Giulia sibling, the 2018 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio's brakes are sharp and strong, as well as the steering is super quick. Just a small flick left and now we're clipping the curbs and back within the gas, thundering on the short straight between turns 12 and 13 with staccato bangs coming in the exhaust on each upshift. Yeah, the Stelvio is technically a software application vehicle, but it's really even more of a performance vehicle. Think of Alfa Romeo's new Stelvio Quadrifoglio instead being a taller, all-wheel drive Giulia Quadrifoglio sports sedan. That's just about what it is, being based around the same chassis and suspension design, with the same 505 horsepower, twin-turbocharged, 2.9-liter V6 engine and 8-speed paddle-shift automatic gearbox. Sure, there are a couple of differences under the Stelvio's seductive shape, mostly to fit Alfa's Q4 all-wheel drive system. The Giulia Quadrifoglio is RWD only. Nevertheless, the similarities are enough for making one wonder why, besides genuinely preferring the Stelvio's aesthetics, anyone trying to find this degree of performance would select the Stelvio within the Giulia. That generally is a little bit of an oversimplification. People in the Four Seasons climate that are looking to use their 505 horsepower car each day may need that all-wheel drive system, and those that shuttle their children daily might wish the small additional volume of cargo space that comes on the Stelvio's 5-door design. But don't kid yourself. This isn't an SUV within the traditional sense. It's been tuned to travel fast, and in some cases the softest in the 3 suspension settings should have you spitting your teeth out should you so much as take a look at a rutted dirt path, let alone an actual off-road trail. Alfisti will probably be happy to be aware that the Stelvio Quadrifoglio is absolutely nothing less than a pure performance machine. In fact, Alfa Romeo says that because on the all-wheel drive system, the Stelvio Q actually beats the Giulia Q out with the whole, and also onto a 3.6 second 0 to 60 miles per hour time versus 3.8 seconds to the Giulia Q. Top speed has become a 176 miles per hour, and Alfa isn't shy to tout the Stelvio Q's 7:51.7 minute Nürburgring lap time. It's a record for your Stelvio's segment. Brakes are already upgraded to Brembo 6-piston front and 4-piston rear calipers, and there's even an $8,000 carbon ceramic option. Most body panels are built from aluminum for weight savings. There's a carbon fiber drive shaft, plus the wheels are 20 inches with meaty 285 width rear tires. Alfa claims a best-in-class power tow 8 of 8.7 to 1 with the 4,360 pounds Stelvio Q. This Quadrifoglio version gets a lot of special cosmetic touches too. Those hood vents, one example is, plus the side skirts. The front bumper is revised to get more airflow for cooling, and also the rear bumper has cutouts for your quad exhaust tips that exit through it. Inside, Sparco carbon shell bucket seats are an available option, while real carbon fiber, metal and leather trim are nearly everywhere. A 200 miles per hour speedometer and small Quadrifoglio emblem around the instrument cluster silently hint in the available performance. Before we hit the track, we drove and rode to get a 100-mile road loop with varying roads, from freeway to meandering back roads. With Alfa's 4-way DNA drive mode selector and normal, the Stelvio Q's suspension stays in the softest mode, but soft is relative. While the ride is very calm on well-maintained freeways, it's busy on anything less smooth, with numerous head and the body movement to occupants. Add from the Stelvio's quick steering and grabby and super strong brakes, and that we fear it makes sense a vehicle that will quickly become tiresome on, say, a multi-day journey on not very good roads. A Porsche Macan Turbo was on hand for road evaluation, and that we found it to experience a slightly more compliant base suspension setting plus much more relaxed on-road driving characteristics that subtly raise the Porsche's usability bandwidth. Other downsides for daily use add a very well integrated but slightly fussy infotainment system, with sharp graphics but limited zoom out on navigation, along with an interface that may use more hard buttons to quickly be able to main functions. Nevertheless, rear seat room is adequate for 6-footers, and ingress-egress on the rear seat, often with a lack of performance 4 doors, is fairly good. Cargo space is usually more than adequate. Of course, the track is basically where the Stelvio Q shines. When we found at circuit on the Americas, on asphalt that's still drying from some morning rain. Grip in the all-wheel drive system, able to sending 100% of power on the rear wheels, is remarkable, though the Stelvio Q is very prepared to be driven around the throttle, the back end responding benignly to right foot, which makes it a breeze to improve the car's behavior mid-corner. Dive in too rapidly to Coda's tighter corners and you'll find some good initial understeer, but throttle adjustment brings the spine around easily and enjoyably. Drive the vehicle smoothly, maintaining momentum through Coda's curves, as well as the Stelvio's balances sublime virtually neutral, despite having stability control off within the DNA selector's race mode. All of the track testers were designed with the optional carbon ceramic brakes, which worked wonderfully, giving just a little extra noise in comparison with their steel siblings. Repeated stops from high speed were met confidently and no extra travel. We also enjoyed the 8-speed transmission, the big, column-mounted Ferrari-style aluminum paddles giving satisfying feel, and rapid, rev-matched downshifts too. Upshifts are met, which has a sharp bang on the exhaust on full throttle upshifts, adding towards the oral delight emanating from your Stelvio's barking V6. The optional Sparco carbon seats looked the company, but didn't appear to offer a lot of extra support within the standard buckets. We'd probably skip M. Body roll is shockingly minimal. When the Stelvio Quadrifoglio hits Alfa dealerships in June of the year, the bottom price will probably be $81,390, or roughly $6,000 over the Giulia Quadrifoglio. Alfa expects the take rate with the Quadrifoglio version for being roughly 10%, about exactly the same split because Giulia currently enjoys. Whether you will find enough to enjoy about the Stelvio versus the Giulia to waste the extra budgets are purely a private decision, but we're envious of anyone having to create it. 2018 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio specifications. June 2018. Price: $81,390 base. Engine: 2.9 twin-turbo 24-valve V6505 HP at 5,200 revolutions per minute, 443 lb-ft at 2,004, 800 revolutions per minute. Transmission: 8-speed automatic. Layout: 4-door, 5-passenger, front engine, AWD SUV. EPA mileage: 1,724 miles per gallon city hui. LXWXH: 185.1 by 77.0 by 66.3 inches, wheelbase 110.0 inches, weight 4,360 pounds, 060 miles per hour, 3.6 seconds, top speed 176 miles per hour.